Yo, what is good, YouTube? And welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to talk about super packs because 2K drops super packs every single season, and Season 5 super packs I actually thought were decent. Season 6 super packs were awful. Are the Season 7 super packs any good? I truly don't know the answer to that, and I'm interested to find out in today's video. Before we hop into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 30,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it, and let's discuss. Yeah, Season 7 Super Packs for 60,000 MT apiece, in addition to an 11,250 VC price. Number one, that is MT price gouging at its finest, which is something that 2K seems to have no problem doing whatsoever, and honestly very habitually does. It's pretty annoying, but I mean, it is what it is, right? There's only so much you can control, but it definitely is a little bit disappointing to see this type of MT price gouging where it is 5 times as expensive, actually more than 5 times as expensive to... I don't know. I just think that's a little ridiculous to buy a pack with MT versus VC. 5 times more is a significant amount for sure. So it is a guaranteed opal or higher player, which in theory is decent, except for the fact that you remember that this season they added opals into the player market. So, I mean, I guess the beginning of the season opals are worth more than that. The end of the season opals are about that price, that 60,000 MT price point. So with 52,000 MT being the cheapest for one card each week. So I guess in terms of MT value, based on what you're spending on a pack versus what you'd spend in the player market on players, you're getting decent-ish value, I guess, for your MT, kind of, except for the fact that obviously it's gambling and you don't really have a choice on who you get. Now, the main question for me is odds. I mean, let's first look at through all the players that are available. It's just Season 7 players, so bunch of Galaxy Opals, really none of which I think are all that exciting. The only use of the Galaxy Opals, really, for the most part, is to lock in sets. I think it's super lame that the Spark cards are in here, because those obviously are not buyable in the player market, but whatever. They put all the Spark players, all the free Spark players in these packs, which kind of sucks, because if you pull, especially if like a Spark Dark Matter, like if you pull Jeremy Lin, that's so garbage. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know how to feel about that. That's kind of stupid, but it's also the way they've done this for a while. It looks like it's literally every single card that came out this season, pretty much. Every single Galaxy Opal and Dark Matter card that came out this season, plus all the 100 overalls and all the GOAT cards that are pullable. Now, here's the real question. Odds. What are our odds looking like? I haven't looked yet. I don't know. Okay, 5% odds at a Dark Matter. Yikes. Wow. That's really bad, actually. I thought it'd be a little bit better than that. 60,000 MT for a 5% chance at a Dark Matter, and the vast majority of the opals you pulled are just going to be cards you already probably have in your collection if you've been playing the game, which means you're quick selling them for 25K after buying them for 60. And so you're losing 30,000 MT a pack pretty much plus, right? 5% odds at a Dark Matter means that you're going to have to open an average of 20 packs to pull a Dark Matter, which by MT is 1.2 million MT. If that's not a little absurd to you, then I don't know what would be considered absurd to you, because that's pretty ridiculous in my personal opinion. Like, I don't know. I don't claim to think that 2K is exactly the most generous company, but like, that's really bad. Like, really, really bad. I almost don't even really know what to say about that. That's horrible. Is it not really bad? I mean, maybe it's just my opinion, but I don't think that's even really close to decent value. I don't know. I guess the 100 plus overall is obviously still the less than 2%, which means very, very obscure low odds. So I guess theoretically this is a way to get gambling cards with MT, theoretically, but the amount of MT that you're realistically going to have to spend to just get 1 or 2 cards that you want is ridiculous. Like, let's say you spend 1 million MT on packs, you pull 1 Dark Matter, and that Dark Matter winds up being a free Spark card. Or just, even if it's not a free Spark card, let's say I'm not buying MT or VC. What are you talking? I accidentally pressed that button, but I will definitely not be spending any money on this game. And again, like I've said many times, I actively encourage y'all not to as well. But let's say you spend 1 million MT on packs, which is about 17 of these packs. So in all likelihood, maybe you pull a Dark Matter, right? Like, I'd say on average, it's 1 out of every 20 packs. So 17, you got a pretty good chance at a Dark Matter, sure. You pull 1 Dark Matter, and it is Ray Allen. That's really disappointing. It's DeMarcus Cousins, Damian Lillard. there's a variety of them. One of the bad Shaqs, Zion, Paul Pierce, Jaylen Brown, who has a free 100 overall already. De'Aaron Fox, Zach LaVine, Isaiah Thomas, Jeremy Lin, John Wall, Penny Hardaway. Like, there's a lot of names you can go through here and look at, and that's not even all of them. All the MJs, pretty much. Like, not the vast majority, but many of these cards are not particularly desirable. Jalen Green, like, there's a lot of them, and so you pull a million MTF packs, you get one player, and there's probably a 50% chance that it's not even a player you want. You know what I mean? If that's not a little ridiculous to me, then we're playing different. We're playing a different game, and I guess we just look at things differently, because that to me is absurd, and that to me should be an automatic, like, literally these are not worth opening whatsoever, in my personal opinion. And that's really disappointing. It really is, because if these packs were 30K, they'd be like relatively, well, I guess if they were 30K, you'd be making your MT back on most packs, so they wouldn't do that, because that wouldn't make sense, right? But if at least, even if you're going to make them 60K, give us a 20% chance at a Dark Matter. It is almost July. Like, the fact of the matter is, the fact that we can't buy these Dark Matters in the first place in the player market is ridiculous. Like, if y'all wanted to gatekeep the 100 overalls and the GOAT cards behind gambling only, whatever. They're greedy and they're stupid, and it's like, at the end of the day, I would be kind of, I wouldn't be okay with it. I'm not going to say I would, but I'd be a little bit less mad about it. But when they do stuff like this, I just automatically find myself like, just spitting in your player base's face on a daily basis, and for no reason whatsoever. I just don't get it. And it's just the continuation, or a continuation of what 2K has been doing for a long time now. I mean, it's been, what, 4 months of this junk? I don't know. Just, again, at the end of the day, this is just my opinion, but I also think this is the opinion that we kind of should all share as a community, because this is really garbage. And it's disappointing to see the community fall away and fade because of mostly 2K's decisions. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say this is the greatest community ever made. There's a lot of toxicity and all that type of stuff at times, and I don't love that, but in the end of the day, 2K has spit in the face of a community that's been playing the game for a very long time, and a lot of very dedicated consumers who have loved this game and want to continue play it, enjoying it. And the fact that you just can't really do that this year and cannot attain the cards you want to this day is really late. Like, if you want LeBron, the only LeBrons you can attain are 2 really crappy Galaxy Opals for free. You know what I mean? If you want Michael Jordan, same thing. Only cards you can attain are a couple, or I think only one actually, Galaxy Opal card that's crappy and free. Wembanyama, at least his Galaxy Opal isn't terrible, but that's the only version of him you can use. And that goes for all of these different players, and even cards that came out months and months and months ago. And it's just like, oh, I've never seen greedier. I know I've said it many times, but I think it deserves to continue to be said. And for those of y'all who get on to me and get annoyed at me for complaining, I mean, if I stop talking about it, and I mean, that's already what other people have done. Like, I'm not going to disrespect guys like MMG and Troyden. They're legends. But, like, having them come out here and talk about how they're not playing 2K and they're not doing anything until this gambling stops, and then Troyden comes out here and spends 7 million VC on packs, and MMG is opening or uploading videos ripping tons of VC on packs as well. Like, I think Troyden was VC, not MT. But anyways, these guys are huge creators promoting this gambling now. 2K has won in a lot of ways with that type of stuff happening. And it's just, I don't know. I'm getting a little off track at this point, so I apologize. But what a disappointing year. What a just massively disappointing year. And at this point in the year, we have about 1 more month of content, and then we're going to get 2K25 news. And honestly, all I'm hoping for is, like, they completely redo the mode. Like, they basically just, because I think it's possible that they completely scrap the MyTEAM mode and, like, rebrand it and rename it and everything. And honestly, that would probably be the best case scenario at this point. Just because, I don't know, man. This game's in a very questionable state. And at the end of the day, I don't know. It just disappoints me to see the game continue to fail like this, and just stuff like this that has an actual opportunity to be decent continue to suck is really the disappointing part. You know what I mean? Again, at the end of the day, this is just my opinion, but I think it's a very valid opinion, and I think it's an opinion that we can all probably share to a certain extent. So it is what it is, man. I would not recommend buying this pack. At the end of the day, it's your MT. If you have MT saved up, I do not. I have not been playing the game, but if you have MT saved up, feel free to do so. Me personally, will not be doing that at all. That being said, that's going to do it for this video. I think I've rambled long enough, and I got off the topic of super packs like 4 minutes ago, so I apologize for my rambling. But I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. Fingers crossed the draft content this week is at least decent, because that's about the only thing we have to look forward to. And yeah, I appreciate y'all for watching. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.